Rory McIlroy's suddenly number one everywhere. Already at the top of the world ranking, Rory McIlroy is the DP World Tour leader for the fourth time in his career, and the first time since 2015. He also has the FedEx Cup, the trophy presented to the champion of the season-long points on the PGA Tour. In this video, we will look at what went right for the world's number one player. Let's dive in. First up, is 2022 the best year for Rory McIlroy? To think that 2022 was Rory McIlroy's finest year on the golf field feels wrong. Yes, he won the season-long points crowns on both the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour, won 3 events, and returned to the top of the world ranking. Statistically, McIlroy was at his top in 2022, and that doesn't include his performances behind the podium for the 2 tours in their continuing war with live golf. Data Golf estimates that McIlroy gained 2.61 real strokes in 2022, with Scheffler coming in second at 2.23. Even more astonishing, McIlroy's score had no bearing on his victory at the CJ Cup in October. In comparison, McIlroy's 2014 season, which saw him win 2 major championships and a WGC, had a score of 2.51. Plus, it was far superior to his performance from the previous year. With a score of 2.12, McIlroy also led the PGA Tour in strokes gained. And while it may appear strange that McIlroy won the DP World Tour's year-ending rankings without winning a DP World Tour event, he became only the second player in history to win both the FedEx Cup and the Race to Dubai in the same season, following Henrik Stenson. Though it's natural to worry about what all this means for 2023, it's worth remembering 2022 for what it was. No, the highs weren't as high, but McIlroy was never better in terms of consistency. Let's take a look at his performance in 2014. Any effort to include Rory McIlroy's 2014 campaign among the greatest seasons in golf history is doomed to failure due to the complexities of relative worth. There isn't just a single factor that can ensure that 2014 was the best year of his career. It's debatable. Professional golfers are better than ever. The PGA Tour has more depth than ever, and winning on tour is tougher than it has ever been. As a result, a list of excellent seasons is usually skewed towards the most recent. What else is important? The total number of victories and the number of important triumphs. These are the yardsticks used to assess PGA Tour success. To be sure, Rory McIlroy had a fantastic 2014. Due to the relative difficulties of professional golf in that period, he got an honorable mention among the finest seasons of all time. In other words, Rory faced substantially superior competition than Bobby Jones. He played exceptionally well in 2022, but none of these victories occurred in the 4 men's majors. Thus, his career total remains at 4 for the 7th consecutive season. Regarding Player of the Year, McIlroy is a distant third behind Scottie Scheffler and Cam Smith. It is debatable whether 2014 or 2022 was the best year for McIlroy's career. But when considering the numbers, it is likely that 2022 was the most successful year for him. In 2014, he won the PGA Championship and the British Open 3 times. Following up, let's take a look at Rory McIlroy's 2022 DP World Tour Championship. The 2022 DP World Tour Championship was all about Rahm and Rory. This week, Rory McIlroy's fortunate number at Jumeirah Golf Estates was 4, as he has already been crowned European number 1 4 times. McIlroy finished with a 68 for a single 4th-place finish and secured the points race when Matt Fitzpatrick tied for 5th. McIlroy received the Harry Vardon Award, which he'd also received in 2012, 2014, and 2015, whereas Jon Rahm scored a 5 under 67 on Sunday to win the season finale in Dubai at 20 under par, 2 strokes clear of Tyrrell Hatton and Alex Noren. With the victory, he became the first player to win the tour title for the 3rd time. Only Colin Montgomery and Seve Ballesteros have more Vardon trophies than McIlroy. And for Rahm, it's his 7th DP World Tour triumph and 3rd global championship in 2022. In the past year, McIlroy had top 8 finishes in all 4 major tournaments and was able to reclaim the top spot for the first time since 2020. He is extremely pleased with the progress he has made over the last 12 months. Coming up next, let's take a look at McIlroy's success on the PGA Tour. PGA Tour received an appropriate winner ahead of the week in which the Saudi-backed circuit is scheduled failed to announce the addition of at least 5 new Tour players. McIlroy has been the Tour's most outspoken public advocate, as well as its most relentless champion behind closed doors. McIlroy was the only one of the 29 men in the field at East Lake who merited the $18 million FedEx Cup award. McIlroy won his 22nd PGA Tour title with a final round 66 to finish at 21 under par. His final round teammate, Scheffler, who finished his weather-delayed third round early Sunday with 4 birdies in 6 holes, failed to find any rhythm in the afternoon, shooting a 3 over 73 to tie for second. It's incredible to see how well McIlroy performed on the course throughout the 2021-22 season. Given all the distractions, 3 victories, 10 top 10s, a PGA Tour best 68.67 season scoring average, and a top ranking in strokes that was .323 greater than second place Matt Fitzpatrick. In comparison, .323 less than Fitzpatrick places you 11th on the overall list. Yes, McIlroy's major title streak continued, but it wasn't through a lack of effort. A backdoor second at the Masters was followed by a solo 9th at the PGA and a T5 at the US Open. They all sting a little, but not as much as what happened at the Open Championship at St. Andrews. Let's take a look at how success on the PGA and DP World Tour helped him return to the world's #1. Taking a look at his statistics from the time of the Masters in April until the conclusion of the year, he's truly become the PGA Tour's leading wedge player. That's a pretty astonishing improvement in less than a year. Who would have guessed that, given that he's constantly been placed outside of the top 50 in the wedge play rankings throughout his career? McIlroy surpassed Scottie Scheffler to become world #1 for the first time since July 2020, courtesy of a one-shot victory in South Carolina. The CJ Cup triumph is his 3rd PGA Tour victory of the year. After securing the top place in the world rankings with a successful title defense at the CJ Cup, McIlroy admitted that his return to the top of the standings happened sooner than he had anticipated. The 4-time major champion's achievement follows his RBC Canadian Open victory in June and a record-breaking 3rd FedEx Cup victory at the Tour Championship in August, with McIlroy's latest championship vaulting him over Scottie Scheffler to become the world #1 for the 9th time. Well, so much happened for McIlroy this year, which resulted in him getting the #1 spot after a long time. But it seems like you can never cross the finish line in golf at the highest level, and even when you believe that you have it, you don't. Throughout your profession, you are always changing and learning new things. And that's what McIlroy needs to do. Be consistent and keep improving if he plans to keep the top spot for himself. Next up, McIlroy strongly supports PGA Tour over live golf. He declared live golf dead in the sea in February, but as the rival tour grew in popularity, attracting high-profile players including Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, and Bryson DeChambeau, McIlroy has consistently defended the PGA Tour both verbally and physically. McIlroy also won the RBC Canadian Open in a shootout against Justin Thomas the same week Live Golf made its debut outside of London. Despite the rumors that Live was about to sign world #2 and Open winner Cameron Smith, McIlroy and Tiger Woods rallied the tour's top stars in a players-only meeting that outlined a new model for the PGA Tour, which became a reality less than a week later. Starting in 2023, the tour's top players will compete in the same tournaments, and more of them while being paid for their achievements. According to Emily Brooks of The Hill, Norman, the CEO of Live Golf, faced criticism from several Republican House members on various issues, including Live's links to Saudi Arabia and the league's failure to register as a foreign agent. McIlroy and Tiger Woods are the PGA Tour's biggest stars. They've taken an active part in determining how the circuit can preserve its position as the world's leading golf organization in the face of the emergence of Live. Lastly, let's see what's next for Rory McIlroy. McIlroy has confirmed that he'll begin the new year in the Dubai Desert Classic, which he won in 2009 and 2015. The Northern Irishman then said he'd compete in next year's Irish Open at the K Club, the same course where he won the event in 2016. The next several months will be crucial as he reemerges and resets himself. He doesn't want to lose his momentum from 2022. We've seen him come out of the blocks slowly and lose the initiative a little bit after long gaps, then attempt new things. It's critical that he maintains his focus and thinking and continues working along the lines we saw in 2022, because it's the road that has resulted resulted in him being the finest edition of golfer that I've ever seen in his career so far. When the tournament returns to the K Club on September 7 next year, the world number one will return to the site of his first professional triumph on Irish soil. In 2016, the four-time major winner won the island of Ireland's National Open by 3 strokes with a remarkable birdie par eagle finish at the County Kildare site. The event, which McIlroy missed last year, will be part of his preparations for the Ryder Cup in Rome next year, with McIlroy wanting to continue his strong 2022 form. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think 2022 was the best year for McIlroy? Let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like and share the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you next time.